Welcome back, Ayamaniacs! The Tenchu Stealth Assassins for the PlayStation 1. Now wait a minute, I already played that game flawlessly. So this must be Tenchu 2, Birth of the Stealth Assassins, the prequel to the events of the first game. Let's go ahead and get started. I plan on playing through this game entirely as all characters and achieving Grandmaster on every mission. We of course have our old familiar protagonists. We have Rikimaru and we have Ayame. Of course we're going to start with Ayame, because Ayamania's running wild.
It is the age of the warring states. The old shogun has fallen, and samurai warlords fight savage battles for the right to hoist their flags over the great castles of Japan. But far from the battlefield, unseen and unheard, a different breed of warriors ply their deadly trade. Born in shadow, they will die as shadows. They are the ninja.
How'd you know how they were born? It could have been outside during the day. Can you really say they were born in shadow? Maybe it was in the shade of a tree. Maybe you were there. I don't understand how you can say that with confidence, though. For every ninja, you know? Is that some sort of prelim to be a ninja? Maybe it is. Show me your birth certificate. In the sunlight? No. No ninjas. Sorry. I'm playing this on the Beetle PSX HW emulator within RetroArch, so it's going to look a little different from how I played Tenchu 1. But you're still going to get all the jank. We're going to have a dozen polygons. They're going to be shared amongst everyone, including that bird.
You have learned much, but I would expect that from one raised from childhood to be an Azuma ninja. Now it is time to complete your training. Come into my house.
That's not some kind of lewd invitation. Keep your mind out of the gutter. That's just where this tutorial ends. This is the training course. You can go around and Rikimaru will actually walk you through all the techniques you can do in this game. We're not going to do any of that. We're going to just go straight to his house and start the second training course, which involves killing people, because of course it does. Alright, so let's go ahead and get going. All the movement in this game is completely the same. Although we do have some additional things. I think we have an additional forward attack. Our grappling hook works a bit differently in this game as well. In the first game, you could adhere to any surface with the grappling hook, which made it pretty janky. In this game, you have to hit an edge, as demonstrated there. There's actually quite a bit of differences. One of them you can hear right now. There's no music. There's not a lick of music in this game during the levels, which is very sad, but don't worry, Lethal has you covered. I'm going to be playing Tenchu 1 music once we actually get into the stages, alright? And that'll keep us company. I'll go ahead and demonstrate and explain some of the other differences once we get into this secondary part of the tutorial.
Are you ready, Ayame?
I was born ready.
In darkness.
We shall see.
You weren't ready for that, were you, bitch? Of course not. No one's ready for the trapdoor under their asses.
Come back when you can survive as a ninja.
The test from the master. Watch out for traps. Sometimes water conceals another path. Find your way out of the underground area. So like I said, let's go ahead and get some music going. This will be from Echigoya's stage in the original game. Go ahead and get that back up there so I can see. Very important. You may also notice that the voice acting is more competent, but it has less character, I dare say. The first game was voiced primarily, or at least a lot, by the original Japanese voice actors, which is why it has that distinctive sound. Maybe broken English, but it sounds more authentic, at least to me. So we have all of our regular abilities. As I said before, we can look around corners, as demonstrated there. We can jump in a various number of fashions. We can adhere to walls, and there's fewer adhering issues, I think, in this game. Not that that should be any sort of surprise. This game did come later. Another big difference is the reality bubble. In Tenchu 1, if you couldn't see it, it didn't exist. That's effectively how it worked. If it was outside your draw distance, it didn't move, and that made it really weird for trying to get, ahead of patterns. In this game, your reality bubble is larger. It still exists, but it's definitely easier to not screw yourself effectively. The enemies are also less diligent in seeing you, from what I've observed. So this game is easier in other aspects, but don't worry, it's also hard because the scoring system's completely different. Let's go ahead and take you out. In Tenchu 1, you could achieve Grandmaster by just getting a high enough score. I think it was about 400 pointeroos. In this game, you have to pretty much kill everyone stealthily. Here I said there wasn't any adhering issues, and then she's like, I'm gonna have adhering issues. There she is. Thank you. I'm glad you could get on there. Go ahead and go over here. Is he just gonna stare at that wall all day? Nah, he's gonna pivot. They will kind of see you around corners, so don't go all the way over there. You'll be fine. What are some of the other differences? I mean, I already talked about the music. It's really a shame. I'm not sure why they would get rid of the level music, to be honest. One of the most endearing qualities of the original game was some of that haunting, like, authentic Japanese tunage. Especially in, like, Kataoka stage. I recently watched Grimmeth play through the first game again. Watch out for those. And, music's just so spectacular in that snowy stage. There's Jumpin'. There are probably some other conducts, but really killing everyone silently. Oh, hats off to you. The, being for Grandmaster, it's a little more obtuse. What the? Oh, it's a trap! No! A trick trap! Ayame, please. Stop hamming it up and get out of the hole. There's another trick trap right there. There's a landmine, which is very cleverly disguised as a hamburger bun. Nothing to worry about, though. That was all for demonstrative purposes, getting hit by that gas. Sometimes you'll find it handy to jump forward like that using the circle button. Move a little faster than just walking. I know there was that obvious sign that said go up. Don't worry, I'm not stupid. We're going over here to dispatch another gentleman. Very important. Another difference with this game, feels like a broken record, but you have to compare this to the first game, because, I mean, why wouldn't you? The enemy patterns are completely the same every time, for each character. There'll be a total of 3, Rikimaru, Ayame, and a hidden third character, which we'll unlock after we complete our playthroughs as either Rikimaru or Ayame. But their enemy placement is exactly the same, so I could run through this 100 times and there'd be no surprises. No surprise bears, no surprise wolves. It's kind of sad in respect to the first game in that aspect, but I'm willing to let it go. It's not that big a deal. The different characters do have different placements. Let's go and take you down. Oh yeah! Right to the jugular. Speaking of which, who are these people? Are these other Azuma Ninja? Are they just playing? I'm totally dead right now. They're like a mother animal. Oh, you so got me with that pounce. I'm so dead. Ever so dead. Oh, woe is me. Ever so dead. That guy who had his head chopped off, especially dedicated to the act. And now we're getting to another aspect that's very different in this game. Whoop, 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 whoop. Swimming. We can swim a little more in this game than we could in the original. That music means that someone is alerted to our presence, but don't worry, we are not spotted just yet. Turns out they can hear you splish splash in the bath. But yes, you can swim underwater, my goodness. You can also just leap out of the water like a goddamn salmon as well, so you gotta be careful, or you might screw yourself. Very easy to do in this game with the swimming dynamics. Let's go ahead and go up here. We're gonna be very careful. We're not gonna launch ourselves to Yamako. Okay. There we go. Go ahead and face this way, because there's a gentleman. No, don't mind me. He's all, yep, nothing in there. Definitely not a trout or anything. Wait. That could be a trout. Nah, probably not. On second thought. Nah, I'm just seeing things. Alright, can you turn the other direction? Probably not. It might be worthwhile for us to go up behind him. Let's see if we can't do that, okay? We can get him from this side, but it'll probably be easier from this one. Thankfully, you do not make a cacophony when you're in the water like you did in Tenchu 1. Now you're gonna look this way just to be an asshole? Nope. Good, good, good. You don't have to have your weapons out to assassinate people. I actually meant to demonstrate that there. But it does help, just in case you're not within the window. Not that slashing people will screw you, it's fine. The line of sight in this game is a little bizarre compared to the first one, but I'm not complaining. Tenchu 1 had some really, really bad line of sight issues. Enemies seeing you through floors and terrain. Very obnoxious. There's another one for the books. And with that, let's go ahead and put these away, because we're done.
So, you have survived the training. You are now an Azuma ninja.
Here's your certificate.
But you still have much to learn.
That's great. I mean, thank you for the honor.
Thank you for the ninja diploma, Master. I guess this is sufficient. Now, like I said earlier, the scoring in this game is a little silly. We killed everyone in there stealthily with 699 moves. That was all planned, I assured you. But in later missions, we'll have to get like over 600 points. A little different from the first game where it's like, you get 400, you're Grandmaster. You can be spotted and everything. You can be spotted in this game, as far as I know, and still get Grandmaster, but I don't plan on that happening. This is going to be an unspottable playthrough, just like my first playthrough of Tenchu. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next mission, Ninja fans.